Welcome back. That's round number 8 for the VGC. It has been a long day, and it is still a very long day here in Stuttgart. And we're just about to get ready for the 8th round, just before we make the cut.
Ninth round.
Is it the ninth round?
Yeah, last round.
Oh,
Both
wow.
players are standing at 6-2, so they are competing for a top cut spot. We are going to see Mark Klampt from Germany. He's a known player amongst the Germans, always known for playing crazy teams, versus Nicola Tomasini, probably from Italy. I can tell you something about the teams. Mark Klampt is going to use a Sun team. We have seen Sun teams a lot, didn't we? Featuring a Charizard, a Latias, a Conkeldurr, a Aegislash, a Landers, Therian, and a Amoonguss. On the other side, we're going to see a Rain team, so it's Sun versus Rain. The Rain team features a Politoed, a Kingdra, a Metagross, a Thundurus, a Breloom, and a Hydreigon. So this is going to be really tough for both players to keep the weather up unless they want to lose the game. We had this before, Metagross backed up by Rain to hinder the Sun weakness, the fire weakness. Pretty standard team on the Rain side, and it's, yeah, Conkeldurr and Latios are kind of unusual choices for Sun teams. But we are going to see the match in a couple of seconds. So let's guess the leads. Julian, you learned a lot about VGC today, didn't you?
Well, absolutely. And I'm curious, now that we have another weather war going on, what is the most important part to remember if you're in the middle of a weather war?
Well, for Rain, it's to keep the Rain up, to fire off strong water attacks, and to control the speed of his own Kingdra. Mark is not going to use any Chlorophyll user, so Sun is probably not that important for him, but it's only Mega, and he wants to bring his Mega for sure, I guess, to damage the Metagross, Breloom, and the Thundurus. So it's going to be tough. Julian, I wanna let you guess. What do you expect? What are they going to lead with, especially Nicola on his Rain team?
Well, now, if it's a Rain team, you have to bring Politoed to bring up the Rain. It's just a matter of, is he going to bring it right away, or is he waiting to bring it in later on, maybe to counter a Mega Evolution from Charizard Y? That's my assumption. Maybe he's going to wait until he brings that one out. That's just a feeling I have, not an experience, of course. But I'm wondering now, if we look at these teams, especially if you think about Sun and Rain, obviously there's a type advantage for water going on. How does a weather war typically run out? Who's at an advantage here?
Hard to say. If the Politoed is a choice scarf Politoed running a Rain Dance to set up the Rain again, it got the upper hand. If the Politoed does not run Rain Dance, it's hard because Charizard can just protect turn 1, set up the Sun, and then dry out all the Watermons on the other side. It's even hard to switch Politoed in on the first turn, because when you Mega Evolve, Sun is still up, so you have to keep the Politoed right in the back and wait until the Charizard Mega Evolve. So I guess Nicola is going to lead with Thundurus to threaten the Charizard, and maybe Hydreigon, depends on the set. If it's Scarf, he probably is going to lead with it, because it scares away the Latias and it's good against Charizard. But if not, it's not that good of... Oh, and here we go. We got the team preview. The teams we mentioned: Politoed, Kingdra, Metagross, Thundurus, Breloom, and Hydreigon on Nicola's side. If we go on, Metagross got not a good matchup. Neither does Charizard. So we have two Megas probably not going into play, but players always hesitate to not bring the Mega. So I don't know. I'm a person who never brings Megas if it got a bad matchup. Some people still do, because Megas are just the Mega Pokemon right now. Let's see what is going to happen. Mark is probably going to bring his Latias because he got a good matchup against Politoed, Thundurus, and Breloom. Another good matchup is his Conkeldurr. Only fears a Spore from Breloom, maybe a Sand Headbutt from Metagross, and doubled up Rain attacks. Mark is going probably to bring the Amoonguss, which is always good versus Rain, and Walls the Breloom and Thunderous, pretty good. Depends on the set of the Hydreigon. Hydreigon can beat it, but let's see how the sets turn out. Landorus got a pretty bad matchup actually, as it can't just touch anything really hard beside the Metagross, and is one-shotted by a rain-boosted water attack from Kingdra.
The time has run out. The players have made their choices. Let's hop right into the action.
Tom versus Queen. Here we go.
And as expected, here we go, another Charizard lead. Charizard and Conkeldurr are facing Thundurus and Kingdra on Nicola's side.
Well, that's actually a kind of equal matchup. Thundurus and Kingdra threaten the Charizard, but Conkeldurr might be Assault Vest and can take, I bet, almost every attack, and I bet if Assault Vest, it can take every double up into it as well, and fire off a strong, maybe Ice Punch, maybe Knock Off, maybe just a Drain Punch into the Kingdra direction. Let's see what happens.
And as you suspected, Charizard is going to wait until it's going to Mega Evolve. It's going to protect itself, but here we go, the Thundurus is carrying the Rain Dance and bringing it up right away.
Well, that was actually a good play by Mark, because he can set up the Sun next turn without any fear of having no Sun up.
Kingdra is only going to connect, of course, with the Conkeldurr, while Knockoff is going to the Thundurus spot.
Here we go. We're probably gonna see a Mega Evolution from Charizard if he doesn't fear Thunderbolt in this direction, or maybe just an easy switch to either Larias if he picked it, or maybe even Amoonguss. On the other side, Nicola got a bit the upper hand in my eyes. Oh, here we go.
So Charizard is trying to get out of here. Not a good matchup to be against, and here comes Durangard. Thundurus is expecting Charizard to Mega Evolve, trying to Rain Dance, which fails obviously, and Kingdra is dealing quite some damage to that Conkeldurr and also lowering its accuracy. Getting some health back, Conkeldurr uses Drain Punch on the Kingdra.
Actually, I didn't expect Mark to pick Aegislash, but let's see, maybe it's a white guard version. Maybe it's a white guard version, which actually blocks the Muddy Water from Kingdra's side. Thundurus can fire off a free attack into any direction he wants. If he doubles up in one of the two Pokemon, there's going to feign one, and Mark can't switch in his Charizard.
Kingdra is going to protect itself in the rain, while Thundurus is using Taunt on this Aegislash, which is having none of it because it's going into attack form and using the Shadow Ball against Kingdra, and the Conkeldurr with the Ice Punch on the Thundurus is up the KO with this critical hit.
That was a good play on Mark's side, picking up Thundurus, the big threat to Charizard, only leaving Charizard to fight the Weather War against Politoed plus Kingdra, but since it is in the back, he can't switch it in, but he can safely Mega Evolve once it is in. He either is going to fodder the Aegislash because it is taunted and has to switch out anyhow, or he is, well, that's my bet. I bet he's foddering the Aegislash and attacking with the Conkeldurr.
Politoed is replacing that Thundurus while already in the rain. And now it's going to be interesting to see if Aegislash is maybe being replaced by that Charizard, opening itself up for a water attack in that spot.
Oh, I think that would be a not optimal play on Mark's side if he would bring in Charizard right now. I guess he just brings in a water resist. We didn't see one yet.
Aegislash goes back probably to that fourth Pokemon we don't know yet. It
isn't even a water,
but it's still is weak against water attacks. It's using that Intimidate, which is not affecting those two Pokemon too much. Politoed is going to help Kingdra with its attack. We will be seeing soon what kind of attack that's going to be. It's a Draco Meteor. It's not a water attack, but it's still going to connect with that Landorus. Let's see how much it does. It's picking up the KO, so Landorus just came by to see itself go down immediately. So all we have left to see is what Conkeldurr is going to do. It's another Drain Punch on that Kingdra.
Oh, that's... Whoa. So Mark got a bit the upper hand. He probably wanted to just fodder the Landorus to bring that Charizard in safely. Being able to safely Mega Evolve, setting up the Sun and sealing the deal. Now that Kingdra is almost KO, he probably is going to attack it with Conkeldurr and Mega Evolve and protect with Charizard. He got the upper hand, and I bet on Mark to win this. Let's see. The options are...
So Charizard is going ahead, Mega Evolve right here, bringing up the Sun, finally getting rid of that rainy clouds.
I guess we are going to see a Match Punch into the direction of the Kingdra.
And Conkeldurr against that Kingdra, but it's missed because of its lower accuracy, and another Muddy Water against both opposing Pokemon from Kingdra. Charizard is going to go ahead and use that Heat Wave, obviously bringing down that Kingdra, and now Kingdra is going down.
But Politoed is not yelling timber.
We have some icy wind coming Charizard's and also Conkeldurr's way, lowering their initiative.
So Mark put his matchup pretty good ahead in front of Nicola. He now got the Sun up. Kingdra fainted already. Conkeldurr is pretty bulky and got a good matchup against the incoming Hydreigon. Charizard got a good matchup once Sun is up, which it is. In the back there is a Aegislash, which is not that good against the Hydreigon because it fears the dark moves it packs, but it still can live some dragon attacks fired at it. And Politoed is kind of useless just to attack. It will surely just use Icy Wind to slow down the Pokemon on Mark's side, and he tries to win the game with his Hydreigon.
So Conkeldurr being replaced by Aegislash, Charizard protecting itself, knowing that there's no way to bring back the rain on the other side, and Hydreigon! Wow, picking up the KO on the Aegislash, coming in. Perfect read, but Politoed just can't connect with that protected Charizard just now.
And we didn't see a Life Orb, so it's maybe Choice Specs or Choice Scarf.
Conkeldurr coming back in.
So we are
2-2.
2-2 with a matchup lead for Mark, because the Conkeldurr just stands every attack. Hydreigon or Politoed is able to fire at it. Dream Punch off the damage. One shot, maybe the Hydreigon. Charizard is always dealing good damage with Heat Wave or Solar Beam. Let's see what Nicola is going to do.
Hydreigon continues to use that Flamethrower and also picking up that burn on Conkeldurr. Charizard is using the Solar Beam, most probably on that Politoed. Is it going to be enough to pick up the KO on it? Politoed hangs on and is able to use Encore on that Charizard. I'm not sure if it likes what it's going to see next turn.
Me neither, but I guess that seals the deal.
Conkeldurr is going to pick up that KO on the Hydreigon with a Drain Punch, getting back all his health he just lost with that Flamethrower.
The burn just triggered the stronger attack for Conkeldurr, which makes it able to one-shot the Hydreigon. And now it's pretty sealed.
Is a little Politoed that doesn't like the sun that much.
That game is pretty much sealed. Very well played on both sides.
Charizard locked in that Encore, which it likes a lot. Still focusing on that Politoed with this Solar Beam. Will seal the deal for Mark. Good job.
Congratulations, Mark. Moving on to Top Cut.
Now that was a Weather Wall won by the Sun.
Some pretty unusual picks. I didn't expect the picks Mark brought, because he had two water resists in Latias and Mungus, but he didn't pick neither of those. So it was pretty aggressive play by him to bring his offensive core and not the defensive backbone. And Nikola couldn't make use of that non-water resist and lost the game due to the good plays on Mark's side.
There was this one turn I remember where Thunderous was trying to go for Rain Dance because it was
yeah.
expecting that Charizard to Mega Evolve and bring back the sun. How do you play around this weather war if you lose out on this big turn here?
This was a crucial turn in my eyes. Mark played it very well. He couldn't tell which set is on the Politoed or on the Thunderous. He just waited if there is a Politoed switching in or not, and then he Mega Evolves the turn right out. No, he didn't Mega, he switched out, but that was a really huge play, not going into any 50-50s, just switching out the Charizard after he protected, and just waits until the rain is over to bring it in. Once the rain was gone, Nikola couldn't switch anymore, which was a huge advantage later on because he couldn't reset the sun, he couldn't reset the rain, and therefore sun was the dominating weather. Was a really huge play by Mark to switch out that Charizard. Congratulations on that one. Good choice of Pokemon. I didn't expect them. That's VGC. That's how we play it. That's what I love at VGC. And
now that we've wrapped up the 9th round, can you tell us a little bit how it will be determined who's going to move on to the next round now?
So we got a X2 cut. That means every player with 2 or less losses is moving on into Top Cut. There are some people who do not have to play first round of Top Cut because they're seeded that high, and the other ones are going to play a best of 3 match, single elimination. So when you lose your best of 3 means you play 3 games in a row. Once you want to, you compete. You still compete in the tournament. That's it, and that is the format we are going to use up to the finals and to see who is going to be the national champion of Germany.
And this is exactly what we'll be broadcasting just in a minute until the next round will start for the VGC. We'll be going on a break. We'll see you soon in a couple of minutes.
Stay tuned, guys.